In the headlines for this hour on VTV News, Prime Minister calls for security in Central Highlands provinces to be ensured. And National Assembly Chairman received Australian Senate President.
Broadcasting from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. VTV News starts right now.
Hello, it's 8 a.m. local time in Hanoi. You're watching VTV News. During a conference on security and socio-economic development in the Central Highlands held in Dalat City, Prime Minister Phie emphasized that the party and state have always prioritized stability in the Central Highlands provinces.
Prime Minister Phie emphasized on Sunday that the Central Highlands region holds strategic importance for Vietnam's economy, politics, security, national defense, and ecological environment. The country has issued many resolutions, with the most recent being the Politburo's Resolution Number 23 on orientations for socio-economic development and ensuring national defense and security in the Central Highlands region to 2030. To create a solid foundation that aligns with the area's cultural identity, potential, and advantage, and to improve local residents' lives and livelihoods, the Prime Minister asked ministries and localities to focus on security and order as a crucial, long-term task.
The first priority is maintaining public order. The most fundamental goal is for people to have prosperous lives. With policies that leave no one behind, we must focus on 6 key tasks. Development will be the resource and inspiration to maintain security and order in the Central Highlands. This includes solving the problem of residential and production land and being determined to eliminate temporary and dilapidated housing.
The Prime Minister hopes the region will solve the issue of spontaneous migration, create livelihoods, and provide job support for ethnic groups. With the spirit of the whole country for the Central Highlands, PM Chin expects and believes that the Central Highlands and neighboring provinces, driven by a new spirit and motivation, will overcome difficulties and challenges to create a stronger period of socio-economic development and successfully accomplish their tasks.
Prime Minister Phie has asked Lâm Đồng province in the Central Highlands to focus on 3 breakthroughs measures for rapid and sustainable growth. These include developing science, technology, innovation, and startups, promoting the application of 4th Industrial Revolution achievements, and enhancing these advancements, particularly in the service and agricultural sectors.
At a working session with the Standing Board of the Lâm Đồng Provincial Party Committee on August 25th, the Prime Minister held the province's performance over the years. Lâm Đồng serves as a center for trade, connecting the Central Highlands, Southeast and Central Coastal regions. It borders 7 provinces and links to major domestic and international cities via air travel. Last year, Lâm Đồng achieved a GDP growth rate of 5.63% and a GDP of $4.64 billion, placing it 45th out of 63 localities in the country.
Along with effectively implementing the 3 breakthroughs set by the 13th National Party Congress, Lâm Đồng should pay greater attention to promoting digital, green, circular, knowledge-based, sharing, nighttime economies, as well as climate change response and the development of cultural and entertainment industries. Lâm Đồng holds an important strategic position in terms of economy, society, security, and defense.
The Prime Minister reminded Lâm Đồng to focus on maintaining the cultural identity of local ethnic groups, ensuring security and order, protecting the environment, and responding to climate change. Earlier that day, Prime Minister Phie witnessed organizations and businesses donating 41 billion Vietnam dong to a program for building and repairing houses for those in need in Lâm Đồng. Also on the same day, he visited heroic Vietnamese mother Trần Thị Nhung in Ward 9, Đà Lạt City.
On Sunday, National Assembly Chairman Trần Thanh Mẫn hosted a welcome ceremony for Australian Senate President Highlands, who is on an official visit to Vietnam. During the meeting, National Assembly Chairman Trần Thanh Mẫn praised the two countries' cooperation, noting that two-way trade reached nearly $14 billion in 2023. The National Assembly Chairman proposed that both sides continue to implement cooperation mechanisms effectively, aiming to increase trade turnover to $20 billion. He also suggested increasing delegation exchanges to share experiences in institution building, legal system improvement, and monitoring the implementation of signed agreements. Australian Senate President Highlands emphasized that the two countries' comprehensive strategic partnership demonstrate deep political trust and people-to-people connections. She also affirmed Australia's commitment to stand alongside Vietnam in turning economic and social development plans into action. With only 3 months remaining until the party congresses at all levels, localities and units are actively preparing personnel work in accordance with the Politburo's Directive 35. More to follow.
The personnel preparation for party congresses at all levels is being closely implemented according to Directive 35 by Bac Ninh City Party Committee. They've adjusted the age requirements for re-election and candidacy to align with the labor law. This includes specific regulations on the age for nomination and re-election to the new party committee. The committee has also ensured that the number of cadres planned for the new party committee meets both quantity and quality standards.
We are focusing on preparing cadres to replace those who have committed violations in order to build a strong grassroots party organization.
In its personnel work, Bac Ninh Province prioritizes appointing district-level party committee leaders from outside the local area. The province also emphasizes the representation of youth and women, as well as the overall quality of the party committee.
In all sectors, it is very difficult for a 40-year-old to be promoted to the deputy level of the sector. We believe that these are also things that need to be studied and resolved, including the recruitment process and the appointment process for capable young cadres.
For the upcoming party congresses at all levels, the Politburo's personnel guidelines are clear. Include all virtuous and talented individuals while excluding anyone unqualified from the party committee.
We must greatly expand democracy to establish a fair selection mechanism for finding qualified cadres. At the same time, in areas facing personnel shortages, we should consider reserving personnel from other locations, promptly address staffing needs.
Directive 35 addresses the shortcomings of previous personnel preparation regulations. This will serve as the basis for party committees at all levels to prepare personnel for the upcoming party congress.
Heavy rains over the weekend has wreaked havoc in many northern localities. A lightning strike in Thạch Thất District, Hanoi on Saturday evening killed one person and injured 3 others. In Bắc Quang District, Hà Giang, flash flood caused by heavy rain led to landslide that crashed into houses, killing 1 person and injuring 2. In Điện Biên, heavy rain washed away 34 houses. In Cao Bằng Province, 2 people are missing due to floods, and more than 344 houses were destroyed by landslide. The party and state have always paid great attention to and shown special affection for the development and stability of people in the Central Highlands. As a result, people lived in Ia Soup District, Dak Lak Province have improved in recent years. After more than 20 years in establishment, the Ia Soup border area has become a safe haven for tens of thousands of people to settle down, contributing to the building of an increasingly strong national defense economic zone.
This is a typical day in the jackfruit gardens of Ia Soup District, Dak Lak's border area. Over the past 4 years, ethnic people familiar with traditional farming methods have transitioned to high-tech agricultural production.
Since the Military Economic Group, number 737, cooperated with businesses to launch a high-tech jackfruit project here, people have secured stable jobs.
Farming was once believed impossible during both dry and flood seasons. Few people imagined it could host a vast cocoa plantation spanning over 250 hectares.
In the past, farming here was very difficult. This model has helped improve our income and stabilized our lives.
Determined to transform the harsh land of one of the country's poorest regions, officers and soldiers of the National Defense Economic Group, number 737, have cooperated with businesses to test new crops.
Through experimental models, we have attracted non-state investment capital to invest in the National Defense Economic Zone. This model helps improve the ecological environment and changes habits, ultimately eliminating hunger and reducing poverty.
Agricultural products from this region are now being exported to other countries and are gradually gaining access to the most demanding markets in Europe and Japan. As a result, life in this border area has stabilized, and the relationship between the people and soldiers has been strengthened.
The champion of the Asia-Pacific Robot Contest, ABU Robocon 2024, was revealed after the final match held on Sunday. A total of 13 teams from 12 countries and territories participated in this year's contest. Both Vietnamese teams came from Hưng Yên University of Technologies and Education. After many dramatic matches, the Hong Kong-China team emerged victorious, claiming the championship. This year's competition's themed Harvest Day honored Vietnam's traditional agricultural values. Contestants were tasked with building and programming robots to simulate the rice-growing process from sowing to harvesting on terraced field. The International Union of Geological Sciences (IUGS) has recognized Hạ Long Bay, Cát Bà Archipelago, located in Quảng Ninh Province and Hải Phòng City, as a World Geological Heritage Site. This area includes all stages of marine submergence in tropical karst and featured 3 main types of caves: ancient marine frog-jaw caves, ancient karst cave, and frog-jaw cave. Hạ Long Bay represents the later stages of marine submersion, while Cát Bà Archipelago adds significant geological value through its terrestrial and intertidal patterns. The unique geological and geomorphological feature of Hạ Long Bay and Cát Bà Archipelago as a result of the regional tectonic movement that lasted over 500 million years. And now let's continue with the weather forecast. And that's it for this hour on VTV News. To rewatch our program, you can log on to VTVgo.vn or download our mobile application VTVgo. Thanks for watching and goodbye for now.